Hey, how's it going everyone? MLT Magic Tricks here. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a performance and tutorial for this really fun self-working style card trick that is definitely going to impress your audience. So I would start this one off just by giving the deck a few cuts here to mix up the pack. Now I'm going to choose a card for myself. I'm just going to dribble down, take out a card, and I'm going to show you guys my selection here. In this case, it is the 3 of diamonds. What I'm going to do is spread out the cards here, and I'm just going to insert my selection, the 3 of diamonds, face up into the middle of the deck. You guys can see that 3 of diamonds is going into the pack. From here, I would have my spectator choose a card. They would just call stop as I dribble off cards into my hand. Let's say they call stop right here. I would just have my spectator look at their card and remember it. Once they have memorized their selection there, I will tell them we're going to place it face down and lose it into the middle of the deck. I could have my spectator give the pack of cards a few cuts here to really lose their selection into the middle of the deck. You guys can see we have our cards here, and we also have, my face-up card that is in the deck. What I'm going to do at this point is split the pack of cards into 2 equal piles. We're going to have exactly 26 and 26, so that's 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 25, and 26. So I'm going to split the deck here into these 2 equal piles, and I'm doing this because it's going to help me find my spectator's card, which remember I did not see, and they lost it in the deck by giving the pack a few cuts. So what I'm going to do is deal cards at the same time here from both of these piles, and I'm going to keep dealing until I get to my face-up selection, which we have in the deck. So I'm going to keep dealing these cards. You guys will see here I'm dealing them at the same time. I could even have my spectator do this. Once I get to that face-up 3 of diamonds, we're going to stop. We're almost at it right here. So you guys can see my selection is right here, and there's a card directly next to it. And this is not just a random card. You'll see when I turn it over, it is the 9 of clubs, which is actually my spectator's card. But guys, since this is a card trick, there is more magic to be done. So if I snap my fingers, wave my hand over these 4 piles, you'll notice something pretty cool happens. There are the 4 aces right here on top of the 4 piles, but we're going to take this one step further. You guys will notice this is a red ace. All these cards are red. You guys will notice this is a black ace, that ace of spades. All black cards in this pile. Ace of clubs. All black cards in our ace of clubs pile. And last but not least, the ace of diamonds, you guys will see, has all red cards right below it. So guys, that is the trick. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's a really powerful effect that will definitely get some good reactions. If you want to learn how to do it, make sure you watch the tutorial. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that performance. This is a really powerful self-working trick that is quite easy to perform, so grab your deck of cards and let's get right into the tutorial. Make sure you are using a full 52 card deck for this trick. Take out the jokers and advertisement cards and confirm you have 52, and you'll be good to go. There is a setup that you're going to need to make for this trick. You're going to remove all of the red cards in the deck and then all of the black cards. And make sure you have an ace at the top and bottom. As you can see here, I have the ace of diamonds, ace of hearts, same with the black, got the ace of spades on top, and the ace of clubs on the bottom. In the order of these cards, it does not matter. Just make sure they are separated by color here when you are creating your setup. One half is going to be the top part of the deck. The other half is going to be the bottom. So you're going to place the 2 piles together. This is how your setup should look. In the middle, you should have 2 aces right next to each other, ace on the top, ace on the bottom, and you're good to go. It's quite easy and quick to make, and I definitely think it's worth it for this trick. So you're going to begin this effect by telling your spectator you're going to give the deck a little mix-up. You obviously cannot do a riffle shuffle or anything, so you're going to want to do some false cuts. I'll leave a link on the screen right now to me giving a tutorial on some false cuts. Just make sure you don't disturb the order of the deck because it is needed for the trick. So once you have maintained your setup there, you're ready to move on. You're going to explain to your spectator that you are going to choose a card, and what you're going to do is take a card from the top half of the deck, ensuring it's not one of the 2 aces. So what I like to do is just dribble off cards here Obviously, this card is for you, so you can stop wherever. Just stop in the top part of the deck there. Take out one of the cards here. You're going to turn it face up. In this case, we have the Queen of Diamonds. Your spectator is going to see this. As they are looking at the card, what you're going to want to do is turn the deck to yourself and locate the middle part of the deck where there are those two aces, because you're going to be inserting your selection reversed in between those two aces. So your spectator does not see, obviously, the separation here, that the top half is red and the bottom half is black. You're going to locate this point, place the card in just like this. Make sure your spectator sees it's going in. Then you can turn the deck over and show them you are pushing in your card face up in the pack. Once you've done that, you're ready to have your spectator choose a card. I recommend you do the same thing where you dribble off cards from the deck onto your hand, but they need to choose a card that's black. They need to choose one that is in the bottom half of the deck here. You see, that's where we have our black cards. So I recommend you just dribble slowly, tell your spectator to call stop anywhere. If they don't call stop in time, you can just drop the deck and just do it again. Tell your spectator it's going to be fast. Make sure you call stop. So once they call stop, they are going to look at the card. Now you have this top portion of the deck here. Place it on the table. You're then going to have your spectator take the card and look at it. You are not going to see it in the performance, but for the tutorial, we'll look at it together. In this case, we have the 10 of spades. So after your spectator has remembered the card, keep it face down and tell them to place it right here in the deck. They're placing it on this portion of cards, which remember was the top part of the pack. Then you're going to take this bottom portion, place these cards right on top, and you're ready to move on. That is important to do because it will set up the cards in the right way for this trick to work. Now, at this point, you can ask your spectator to give the deck a few cuts. Make sure they are just cutting the deck directly in half like that. It's just going to move around the position of cards, but not affect the order or anything. So they can just cut it in half like this as many times as they like. But like I said, make sure they're not doing multiple cuts like that, or else that will screw things up. So after they have given the deck a few cuts, tell them their selection is lost somewhere in the pack. Now here is a very important step of what you're going to want to do in this trick. You're just going to spread out the deck here, show them, you have all the cards, and you're going to want to take a peek as to where that face-up card is. So you can see your face-up selection is still in the deck. You can show them that and tell them that it's still there and that their card is lost. But you want to get this face-up card near the top of the deck. I'd say around position 10 to 15. I'll explain why a little bit later, but in this case, it's near the bottom, and I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is square up the pack. I'm going to recognize that it's, down there in the middle portion, and I'm just going to cut some cards here from the top of the deck on the table and just do another cut like that. And you guys can see here that it's more so near the top, which is what I like. So just make sure that you are aware of that. You're going to want to get this face-up card near the top. It doesn't have to be exact, but you definitely want it between positions 10 to 15 or 10 to 20 if possible. Now, what you're going to do here is divide the deck exactly in half. You're going to slide off 26 cards. You can count them however you like. You can just spread them off in blocks of 3. So that's 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 25, and 26. Do it however you like, but make sure you are not disturbing the order. Make sure you're not reverse counting or anything. You're keeping these cards in the same order because you do need that for the trick to work. So once you have got your two piles, you're going to tell your spectator that you're going to essentially try and find their card. And what you're doing here is dealing off cards from both of these piles at the same time, and you're just placing them right in front of each other. Keep the same order like this as you're going. Don't switch the cards into different piles or alternate. Just keep going like this, and you're going to get to your face-up selection, and you're going to stop at that point. Now, here's why I like to have that card be in the 10th to 20th position, because it makes you not have to deal all the way to the bottom and, take a lot of time for your spectator. So that's why I recommend you kind of keep it there near the top. You're going to get to this point and tell them, okay, we have my card, the Queen of Diamonds, which you saw earlier. And you may think it's an absolute coincidence that the card that's right next to it in this part of the deck is your selection. Now, they may think the trick is over, but there's still a lot more to reveal. So they're going to be amazed at this point. You can place these cards off to the side. Now you'll see here, there are 4 cards on top of these piles. Turn them over, and they will be the 4 aces, which is really cool. That's, you know, just how you set up the deck. And if you did all those steps correctly up to this point, this is what you'll be left with. And then for the kicker ending, you're going to show them we have a red ace, ace of diamonds, and then fan out all these cards right below it, and they will be all red. Do the same thing here with your ace of spades. You can spread them out, show them that they're all black cards. Do these other two piles, ace of clubs, all black. And last but not least, we got the ace of hearts here, and show them that they are all red cards right below it. And that is the end effect. A lot of different, you know, revelations there in the finale, which makes for a super impossible effect in my opinion, and we'll get some great reactions. Just follow these steps, watch the tutorial again to really understand the performance, but once you get it down, practice it a few times, it's not too difficult, and we'll get some amazing reactions from your audience. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in my next video. Peace out.